What's up, everybody? Welcome back to All New York Sports Talk. Today we'll be going back to our traditional recap videos. We haven't done one of these in a while, where we cover like pretty much every team in New York sports. Um, we're gonna get you guys up to date on every team, how they've been doing, all the latest news and stuff. So, yeah, we haven't done this in a while, like I said. So we're gonna do one tonight. So we're gonna start off with hockey to begin. So We're gonna talk about the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils like usual. So to start off, we'll be starting off with the Rangers. And so the Rangers, they've been interesting. They've been hot and playing good hockey. After Coach Quinn and the whole staff took a leave of absence from because they had COVID. No, I don't know if they had it, but like they probably did, but they had to miss some time, as you all know. And yeah, Chris Knobloch and his like assistants they had to take over, but like in Philly, like we started getting our coaching staff healthier. So and now Coach Quinn is back for this Washington game. But yeah, I'll just recap the past few games the Rangers played though. So the Rangers were on a 3-game winning streak, and they before it got snapped against Philly. But yeah, so we beat the Capitals once, then we beat the Sabres once, then we beat the Flyers once, and that was a 3-game winning streak for the Rangers. Then their most recent game, they lost a tough game to Philly, 2-1. But the so we played Philly twice, but the game before that they like demolished them again. As we know, they beat them 9-0 like the before these two games, but like the Rangers beat them like 8-3 the first game of this 2-game set. Just them like proving like keeping the same pace going where they dominate them and score like a bunch of goals. So they did that. They beat Philly the first game. Then, like I said, they lost the second game, which was a big game because the Rangers, during this hot streak, they've gotten themselves back in the playoff position. Before that Philly game, they were 3 points out of the playoff spot, the last playoff spot behind Boston. But they lost that. Boston won. So now they're back to 5 points out. So obviously that's a big blow for the playoff chances, but they're still not done. I expect them to bounce back and play good hockey. But yeah, they now start up a 2-game set against the Washington Capitals, a team they've actually played pretty well this year. We're 3-1 against them, I believe, this year. But yeah, they start up a 2-game set, one in Washington and one in New York. The one on Sunday is in Washington, 12 p.m. start, early noon game. Hopefully we take that. That'll be a back-to-back game coming off the Flyers game. So that's a big game. Coach Quinn will be back. And so yeah, so some key players during the Rangers hot streak have been Pavel Buchnevich. He's been like a point per game player this year. He's got like 31 points for us. And he's got 13 goals and 18 assists. He's been very consistent this year. So we're happy to see that out of Booch. Then Mika Zibanejad, he's been on a tear recently. He's got like 23 points now, making his stats look good from these games against Philly. He's like he scored he scored a hat trick against Philly, and
That's his second natural hat trick against them.
it's
I think
crazy.
I saw I think that was the stat. It was the third time, I believe, in NHL, third player to get like a natural hat trick twice against the same team in one season. I think that was the stat. There's so many crazy stats. It's like tough to keep track of, but like what he's been able to do, it's just been incredible. And it's really since Panarin came back because Panarin missed a bunch of games from
Mhm.
the 20th to the 12th or whatever, the last 13th he came back. And Zibanejad only had 5 points, and since then, I believe he has like 17.
He's on fire.
So that's just crazy since the 13th of March, which is 15 days. So 17 points, and it's not 15 games. It's uh, two, it's probably like 7 games or so. So he's been on a tear.
The Mika we're used to seeing. But yeah, like we saw the Rangers were struggling early in the season to score because we weren't getting that Mika's advantage ad. We were getting like one that was not showing up on the ice, but now we got the one we're used to seeing, and he's obviously helping this team win games now, like we expect out of him. Then another player that's been killing it. This man is insane. Adam Fox, man. He's you gotta say he's like a top 10, top 5 defenseman in the league.
Oh, he's definitely top 10.
Yeah,
Probably arguably top 5. I mean, he's just everything about him. I mean,
insane.
I'm so grateful that he's a New York Ranger.
Me too.
He wanted to come here. Jeff Gordon got the trade done for second rounder.
Whew.
Well worth it. Well worth the trade. He's hopefully going to be a future Norris winner for this team, and hopefully be our best defenseman since Brian Leach, which when Shea came up, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Shea looked good for when he first came up, and then he went downhill, and we traded him." But Fox, let's just hope he
What a
continues the
stud.
trajectory and he continues to be dominant because just everything about on the power play, kill. I mean, just every time he's
He
on the
does
ice,
everything right.
play. He finds guys. He's just hockey IQ. He's probably one of the smartest players in the NHL. He's so smart with how he passes the puck, how he finds guys, how quick he's a great skater. Also, him and Lindgren are a great pair together. So, just all around great player. So grateful to have him. And defensively and offensively, he's a threat. I mean, he's got 26 points, one more
Sheesh.
point than Matt Barzal. One more point than Matt Barzal, the Islanders' top center. Adam Fox, 3
That's
points, 23
insane.
assists, 5 points in that 8-3 win against Philly, and he had an assist in the only goal the Rangers scored today on Saturday. So just incredible from Fox, and hope he keeps it up.
This guy impacts the game so much and impacts winning just by the plays he makes and stuff.
Yeah, he's always involved in the action. He's on the whether it be the power play now, which is starting to become more of a threat,
Yup.
or just even strength, penalty kill. Him and Lindgren on the PK and the power play. Fox, Kreider, Panarin, Strome, and then just he finds everybody. He's just a great player, and he knows the game, and that's what you want. He's not a lazy player. He gets down there, and he makes those. I mean, we saw on Saturday he saved like 3 chances from the.
Oh
We
my
had an empty
god.
net, and he
I know
got
what you're
down there in
talking
front
about.
of the net and blocked one shot, then got a stick in another one, and the third one also got deflected. So it's just he's he's a
He,
team first player. He gets the job done, and just so happy to have him.
yup, I agree. But yeah, another player I want to mention that's been killing it, Igor Shesterkin. He comes back from injury and he starts both games against Philly. He first game he gets a 41 save win. Then I think the 2 games combined he faced like 80 something shots and he saved like 70 something of those. Like he was crazy. He helped us out in these games so much. Obviously, we didn't win the second one, but without Igor, I bet we lose at like 5-1 or something. Philly had like
Yeah,
40 something shots. Like he looks
37.
he doesn't even look rusty or anything. He's he came back to what he was playing like before he got hurt. So Igor, shout out to him. He was great these past 2 games, and I expect him to get a day off Sunday against the Caps because he got a lot of action and you don't usually start a goalie on a back to back anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, he's been great. As advertised early on, he struggled a little bit, probably a little bit rusty because he hadn't played in since August. I mean, the whole
Mm-hmm.
team was rusty, as we saw early on. The offense wasn't there. Defensively, though, they've been playing well pretty much all season.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's game was just a little tough all around. Flyers were desperate for a win,
Exactly.
and we weren't there to just say flat out we weren't prepared. Early on, the Flyers had a lot of the chances. They just threw a lot of pucks at the net, and Igor was just ready to the task. And I thought this was going to be his game to get his first shutout because he
Me
hasn't had a
too.
shutout. And so I thought this was going to be his game, but in my head, so when we took those freaking two stupid penalties, Kreider and Rooney, we had to kill him 5-on-3. We were 3 seconds away. Before
Unbelievable.
the PK star, I said, if we can get through these 2 kills, then he's going to get a shutout. And of course, it wasn't meant to be. They score with 3 seconds left. And then we just couldn't sustain any more chances after that. The Flyers were able to get some momentum. And in third period, I was like, this is going to end just like the Capitals game. It was just the same exact situation. We scored the first goal early in the first period. And then we freaking blew it. And the third period, they get a late goal. Against the Caps, it was Ovechkin scored twice. This time, it's freaking Samuel Morin, his first goal. The freaking guy that got fined for pulling Brendan Lemieux's hair and like tossing him on the ice.
Weirdo.
And speaking of Lemieux, he's
Yup.
been traded to the Kings for
LA
a fourth
Kings.
round pick.
Interesting move. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So Lemieux, I mean, offensively, he hasn't. He's had his moments. I mean, he's had some games. He scored a couple goals this year, I believe, but he's really more supposed to be a physical guy and try to hype the team up and get things going. But we're not going to be missing much, to be honest. But I think I think he was. I
I
think he was a
liked
good
him.
character guy. My best moment in him is last year against the Canadians in our 4-goal comeback. He
Oh.
scored a couple goals, and he also had the black eye. I believe that was the game when he got the Broadway hat.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of my favorite Ranger games of ever. I mean, 4-0 comeback. I can't believe I was there. So fortunate to be up there in Montreal. And he was a big factor in that game, and his dad was there too watching, so that was nice. But he's gone now, and it's clear this move is to free up space for Vitaly Kravtsov, so
Yep.
we can't really fault the move. We needed the space. I mean, we have a lot of winger depth. I mean, you got Kreider, Booch, Kako, Lafreniere, Blackwell, Panarin, and on and on. We have a lot of winger depth, Phil Di Giuseppe as well. So, and then Kravtsov's going to slot in there. So I think that was a necessary move. And somebody had to go. And it was
Yeah.
probably going to be a winger. So it would have been him or Di Giuseppe. You're not going to take out Blackwell. He's played great. Six goals, 4 assists. Gauthier still young, so you're not going to trade him. So so Lemieux was the odd man out. And fourth round pick for him, I mean, not bad, not a bad return
What else
considering.
do you expect, though? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I I see some people complaining on my Rangers account. I posted about it, and they're saying like, I could see where they're coming from. They liked what Lemieux brought to the team, his physicality. He would step in, stand up for someone. Now you could say we don't really have someone like that. We have Lindgren, but like, yeah, we
That's a
do
good
have
point.
people like that. But yeah, but
The
I don't
team
know.
does the team needs to get strong. Like they're too soft, and that's why we get
Exactly.
pushed around at times. When we had that one game against Boston where we dominated them, it's because we were physical off the bat and we got in their heads, and that's what you got to
Mm-hmm.
do. But in a lot of these games, we've come out too soft and we've allowed other
Exactly.
teams to take advantage of us. But now we really don't have those type of players that are going to be able to step up, and so we'll see what happens. I mean, but I mean, like I said, he was the odd man out.
Mm-hmm.
Kravtsov is going to be coming in. This team is really, has a lot of skilled players, but hopefully next year we can find or somebody will develop to be more physical. I mean, you would think Kreider would kind of be that guy, but he's been really soft since the
Yeah.
Carey Price incident. He really hasn't brought much physically.
I wonder if Kravtsov plays one of these 2 games against the Caps. Maybe even Sunday. Has he? I don't know if he's been practicing or not.
I
I
think he
think he
has
has.
since he came. I think he started like early
Blake
last week.
They made the move on Saturday, so like maybe in the game Sunday, so maybe think maybe he's gonna play one of these 2 games. That's what I
Yeah.
would think. Like the move obviously impacts that he's gonna be. It's for Kraftstov to get playing time, so I have
Hmm.
no problem with that. I'll miss Lemieux. I definitely enjoyed watching him as a Ranger, but yeah, he was the odd man out like you mentioned. So yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be done. Yeah. So one final point about the Rangers, we can talk about do we how do you feel about the playoff chances now? Like we were looking great before Saturday, but like now we're back to 5 points out, and Bruins have games in hand on us, and they also play the Sabres. So I don't know.
That's the big thing. So they got 3 games in hand because they had COVID stuff. So we've played 33, they played 30, and we're five
Or
points behind. And let me see how many times they played. They played Buffalo for a bunch. Actually,
freaking
wait,
Buffalo can't
one,
help us.
two, three, four, five. They played Buffalo 5 more times. They beat
Boy,
them on Saturday already. Came back. Buffalo just can't get out of its own way. So 5 more games against them. We still play
we see
Buffalo
them
a
two
few
or
more
three
times.
times.
Yeah, we have to
Maybe
go back to Buffalo for 2 games because we only play there twice.
we have to
And
sweep that, man.
yeah, we gotta win all those games. I don't know. I mean, I knew the playoffs was gonna be a uphill battle from the beginning, and then we had this mini run. We won four or
Yeah,
five, but they really needed like a 9 or 10 run, something like that. Right now it's 4 or 6. Okay, now you gotta go. You gotta win 4 or 5 again, or you gotta go
exactly.
5 in a row because you can't be 3 wins and then a loss here.
Hmm.
You gotta. It has to be a big streak because again,
They put
Boston has
themselves.
those games in hand. You have to make. They're gonna eventually play those games, and by the end of it, who knows? We could be more than 10 points out, and it's over. So you got to take advantage of these games right now. And we didn't today. It was a tough loss, and that's why I don't think this team ultimately has enough. I mean, the talent's there. A lot. I think they have to be able to close the deal. They've had leads, and also they got to be able to find a way to reverse this 1 goal loss slug. We've
Oh my
lost like
gosh,
14 games by 1 goal, which is insane. If you just win half of those, we're tied for first place. So
it's
something's going to
crazy.
give. Maybe it'll be a lesson for next year, that they got to be able to close it down defensively when they're leading and also find a way to come back late in games because we really haven't come back at all this year,
No,
especially after we've blown games. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to end up making it because Boston's got
same.
those games in hand. It's probably going to be the factor. But we'll see if we go on another. We have to go on a big run if we really want to stay in it.
But yeah, the team has brought some excitement back. Like a couple like weeks ago, they were playing for nothing really because they were like 10 points out, and they were like they weren't close to like a top 10 pick or anything, and they were like stuck in between like playing like meaningless games, I guess. And it was now they got us watching like exciting games, meaningful hockey. I like enjoy that stuff. So I'm happy they. So if we can just like watch some meaningful games on the stretch, I'd be fine with that.
Exactly.
So if we don't like just come within, if we don't make it, just come close at least. But I hope we can finish top 5. That'd be a
Hmm.
plus. So like small victories like that
And I
would be
want to
fine
see
with me.
Kako and Lafreniere actually do stuff because they both really been. Kako, I mean, I guess the advanced stats would say that Kako's had like a much better year.
Hmm.
He's more confidence. He's doing more with the puck. But I need to see more points in the back of the net for both of them
He's
because I really haven't. I don't even think I heard last name all game. Did you hear
yeah.
last name? I
No, no. Well, I mean, Knobloch didn't really play him that much. Like 10, 11 minutes, I think.
It's not good enough. At the
So
same time, if they're
that
not
was
performing,
that is
it goes
true.
both ways. But you got to give them a chance.
Hmm. No, he if he doesn't get ice time, what is he gonna do? Like
Exactly.
that's one of that was one of my negatives with Knobloch, but we did good under him. So like, but he was not playing Kako and Laugh a lot, but it's all right.
Hmm.
Quinn's gonna give them their minutes back on
Yeah,
Sunday.
that's right. Quinn's coming back Sunday.
I'm interested to see how they respond. Are they going to keep the same energy with Quinn, or because like
Watch us get blown out, and then
I know,
if we get blown out, everybody's gonna be calling for Quinn's head, and
no
rightfully
doubt,
so.
because he comes back, and if he loses his first game,
Oh,
they're gonna target him.
oh yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's a back to back against Washington. That's hard. Then like Boston plays.
Devils can't help us out.
Yeah, Boston plays the Devils. Like,
No,
can
no,
we
me
please get
either.
some help? Win, get some help from them, maybe. That'd be a good day. Get back within 3 points. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens with that, though. Still, like, yeah, I mean, the season's progressed pretty far now. It's like past the halfway point, I think. We're like,
yeah.
what are we, like
30,
30 games left?
33 games, so 23.
Gee, oh my God. Yeah, it's going fast. Or like one more full month in the season, then May is a short month, like a week of May, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the news with the Rangers right now. Hopefully they get back on another win streak, get closer to the playoff spot again. But yeah, we'll talk about the Devils. I mean the Islanders first, then we'll go to the Devils last. So the Islanders, they've been staying around first place now for a while. They've been like tied with Washington. They're tied with Washington right now with 48 points for first place. But I think Washington has games in hand, so they Capitals could easily take that spot over. But the Islanders have just been great ever since they went on that run. They've just been consistently playing good hockey. So their um their last game, which was Saturday, it was a tough game for them. They got destroyed by Pittsburgh. They lost 6-3. The Sorokin had a rough game, and
Yeah,
that
it's his worst game since the Ranger game, basically.
yeah, for real. 4 goals allowed on 9 shots. That's terrible.
Oof, that's really bad.
But
It's like
for
Carter Hart against the Rangers and Brian Elliott, which we just completely shook. Yeah, we Hart came because we scored freaking six
we like that
goals
guy
like
up.
23 minutes in the game. We scored 3 goals like 3 minutes in that when we won 8-3. That was
Yeah, it's
crazy.
unbelievable. But yeah, the Islanders before that loss, so they beat Boston in OT. Um, then they also beat the Flyers in overtime. So
Mm-hmm.
they've
And
won
then on
some
the Saturday
overtime games.
before that, they crushed the Flyers at home 6-1.
Yeah, that I think that was right after the game the Rangers crushed them too. Or
Yeah.
that's funny. They got killed by both New York teams. But the Islanders, they're right. They obviously lost their captain, to the
Oh no,
ACL.
actually the Flyers won. The Flyers won. That's right. The Flyers won the game after we crushed them because the Islanders came back from 3-0, but the Flyers got a late goal. Then the next game on Saturday they got blown out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but the, the Islanders' young kids are killing it right now. Bavillier, Wallstrom. Wallstrom's been a pleasant surprise for them. He's been playing a key part in their success, scoring some clutch goals. He's been solid for them.
That's why this Kravtsov thing is going to be really interesting
Oh my
because
God.
Rangers chose Kravtsov over Wallstrom, and Wallstrom's tearing it up for the
He is.
Islanders. So this could end up being a move that's going to haunt us forever, or could be the right move. I really hope it's the right move for the Rangers' sake. So
I
hopefully
kind
Kravtsov, we'll see how much pressure he has because Wallstrom's been succeeding since he came in now.
dude, that draft, going back to that, I think I was a Wallstrom guy, to be honest with you. I think we
Oh
all were.
yeah,
I wanted
agree.
him. Then
Especially,
Kravtsov came as a surprise because he was projected later on. Like we thought Wallstrom was a lock at that pick, but we went like off the board and took Krav. So
hmm But overall, that was a good draft from us. I mean, our
it
three
was
first round. If Kravtsov is, what he's supposed to be, and you got Miller and Lundqvist has just been
that was a
tearing it
great
up,
draft.
tearing up in the SHL. That's probably one of our best first rounds in the history of the Rangers
No
because
doubt.
I don't really know the time that we got 3 first round picks and we were able to do so, and we hopefully knocked out of the hit home runs for all three.
I'd hope so. But yeah, so the Islanders they'll be right back at it against Pittsburgh again on Monday night in Pittsburgh, looking to get revenge. The Islanders, I doubt they would lose 2 straight, but Pittsburgh has been pretty good again this year. I don't know how they're still good, but they're actually 2 points out of first place. So top three is very interesting in that division. Islanders and Capitals are tied, and Pittsburgh is right there behind both of those teams, 2 points out. So that's we'll see who can finish off in first. But the Islanders have been there the past couple of weeks, but the Capitals have been tailing them. So it's going to be
Yeah,
exciting. We'll see how they
yeah, those
finish.
top teams. It's gonna be this whole thing. The Rangers not far out. I mean, it's gonna be
It's fun.
Flyers too. It's gonna be interesting finish. All
Hmm.
these. This is why it's really cool that they're only gonna be playing their division teams. 8 times.
Yep.
Everybody's playing each other 8 times. You see the same teams, and every game matters for the playoffs. So
It's going to
crazy. We're gonna have
definitely.
some crazy finishes.
You think the Islanders finish first, or I can't. You can't probably tell from that. It's freaking crazy.
No, it's really tough. Uh, I'd say Washington probably exit out. It's
Hmm.
gonna be close.
Honestly, whoever takes advantage of the Sabres more, that's what you got to
That's a
do.
good point. Well, let's see who plays the Sabres. I mean, we can't even forget about the Bruins. They got
Maybe they get
39. I
out.
mean, they play the Sabres 5 times, and they got 5 games in hand on the Islanders.
Ooh,
And they're only 9 points behind. And those are all the games they play against Buffalo.
the
But
thing is,
The Bruins have had a tough time against the Islanders. We
yeah,
didn't talk about they beat them 5-0 in their game before Saturday.
yeah, Bruins have yet to beat the Islanders
Well,
this
they're
year.
5-0. I mean,
That's
what
insane.
did they beat them by? Yeah, they won. That was the OT 4-3 OT win.
They
Yeah,
have
they're
their
5
number.
and 0-5 against the Islanders.
That honestly caught me off surprised because the Islanders are 5-0 against a team like the Bruins. Obviously, they haven't been the same this year. They've been struggling, but that's like that's insane that they're 5-0 against the Bruins. Like
Yeah, they've taken advantage. Close games, blowouts. They've taken
like the
advantage of.
Bruins already lost the season series. They can't even tie it.
Nope.
That's funny. They already closed out the series. But yeah, we'll see how the Islanders finish off. But yeah, like I said, they play Pittsburgh next for Monday night, looking to get revenge. So yeah, that's all the news on the Islanders right now. So yeah, the final team we're going to talk about is the Devils. So they've been the Devils have been much better. Sadly, we don't have Lewis on here to talk about his team, but we'll take care of him. Devils are 12, 15, and 4 and now 7th in the East. So they they won 4 of their last 5 prior to this to Saturday's 4-3 loss to the Caps. I think they lost to the Caps twice. Yeah, they did. They
Back to
lost.
back.
Yeah, they had a 2-game set. They lost 4-3 and got shut out 4-0. The
Yeah,
four
they've
4-0
not
one
beaten them.
was Saturday, or I think it was. Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. Ooh, so the 4-3 was most Saturday. Yeah,
No,
they.
4-0 was for Thursday. It was 4-3 Capitals.
I see. Yeah, the Caps have their Devils number this year. Their
Oh
de-
yeah.
their Devils are 0-4-1 against the Caps this year. They haven't been able to beat them. Like they just dominate them every time they play them. Like I've watched some of those games. Like Ovi takes over these games against the Devils. He scored
Yeah,
2 goals
he's
against them.
3 goals in his 2 games against them so far, and he's got like 9 goals in his last 9 games or something, 7 games or
That's
something.
Ovi for you. He's a
He's on a
freaking tank.
roll.
He's not declining anytime soon. It looks
Nope.
like. But it looked like the Devils were kind of rebounding a little bit, putting together some wins, but they they run into the Capitals and that team just freaking stops their winning streaks every time. Like
They're
it's
their
like a brick
kryptonite.
wall for them. Yeah, exactly. I feel I feel like they're gonna play the Bruins well though, because that's their next 2 games. Well, they played the
They need
Bruins
to.
solidly this year.
They need 2 wins.
So yeah, sweep them for us Devils. I feel like they could. Like, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even look at these Capitals. Like it's guaranteed they're gonna lose to the Capitals at this point. So move past that, and maybe they'll play like they were against the Bruins.
Yeah.
That'd be good for us.
Hmm.
Their yeah, their offense has been a little better too, so that's a plus. No, they did they did get shut out though. So, but they've been scoring more in general. But yeah, that's pretty much all for hockey. Unless you want to add anything.
No, it seems we covered basically like everything.
Yep, just the
All
games
three
and stuff.
teams, well, except these last 2 games. I mean, all three of them have been playing pretty well. So Devils
Pretty
just hit their
much.
kryptonite and how they lose 2 games. But now we'll see when they play the Bruins how they respond because they got 28 points, so they're pretty much back there. But
Yeah, I think Devils are a lock for 7 in the division. So that's where
yeah,
that's where they're gonna be the whole year. Unless they
seems
freaking
that
catch
way.
us somehow. They're 6 points behind us. Hopefully
It's
not.
possible.
It is. They play us like 4 times,
Yep, we play 4 times in a row.
and
That's
we'll
gonna
be
be
10 in
crazy.
that. Let's go.
Let's go April 13th.
Oh, we're so hyped. Hitting up the rock. We're gonna take over Rangers Town, baby. Anyway, we can move on to basketball now. Talk about the Knicks and Nets, and also the trade deadline. So let's get right into
Yes,
this. We'll start off with our New York Knicks. Let's go Knicks, baby. The
big win.
Knicks, yeah, the Knicks have been so I'll start off by saying before the last 2 wins, they had 3 tough losses. Um they played the top teams in the East. They played the Nets and Sixers, and they almost beat them both. The and it came down to refs ripping us off. Like that was so infuriating. The 2 games that they lost were because of the refs ripping us off. So the Nets game, we were getting like blown out most of it, but we came back in that fourth. We we cut it within like 3, and the Knicks had a chance to tie it at the end. And
Yeah,
Randall, he goes up
for a
for the
travel.
3. Then Kyrie tips the ball, but Randall goes up and down with it. But Kyrie did tip the ball, and they call it travel anyway. And
I guess
Randall
maybe,
gets heated, and
yeah, they say because
everyone
he
else.
still had control of the ball, and
Just a
I
dumb
guess
call, man.
I know it's just stupid. It's just
These refs just
unfortunate.
hate the Knicks.
Would have been a huge win,
We
and the
should have
Nets
like two
freaking held on.
wins right now. Yeah, then
Oh, there's really many missed opportunities. I mean, you consider
we're in a
that
good spot right now, but
the two
yeah, they could
games
have
over
been better.
500. We just beat the freaking Bucks.
I'm happy where we're at for sure.
Five and 5.5 games behind them. There's a bunch of games that we've blown. We could be in that position. But if we stay right now, we're in fifth, tied for fourth.
I
Hawks right on our butts.
yeah,
It's going to be a close race to the finish. But if we can stay in the fifth, seed area,
I just wanna I just wanna avoid that playing tournament. I don't want to be like I'd be content with that because we're pretty much making the playoffs, but I feel like we're good enough to make a top 6 seed the way we played this year. Like the
Yeah.
playing tournament's a gamble because like you have to win a game to get into the freaking playoffs. You have to win 2 games actually. So how it works is 7 and 8 plays, I think,
Mm-hmm.
then 9 and 10 plays. Winner of 7 and 8 is I think the 7th seed. Then the loser of that game
Well, no, yeah,
plays.
the winners of both those games play each other, and that becomes the 7th seed. Then
Mm-hmm.
the losers of those games play against each other, and that becomes the 8th seed.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I kind of like that, but I don't want to be involved in that. I just
No,
want to make the playoffs naturally, like
then
Quint
we'll be gassed by the time.
for real.
I mean, they're already gassed as this because, in the Tom Thibodeau
Oh my
system,
gosh,
our starters do play a lot, and now we're
get
dealing with
freaking
some injuries.
injuries.
But so if we could just get in and have some, relax, they can relax and be
They could
fresh for
rest.
if we're in 6, we play the Bucks. That'd be a tough series, especially if you got Giannis back. And basically,
Sheesh.
we played them today. They missed basically their whole starting
They
lineup,
have that
even
G
though,
League team out there.
yeah, they were the game probably would have
And
been a blowout
was
if
close.
Donanis didn't
Thanasis.
the
I'm Greek,
Narcissus
so I know this.
Thanasis
Thanasis
Giannis's brother Thanasis
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, and he
Yeah,
didn't go off. He had
Marcello
like
can't say
20 something points, and I heard Breen said he was averaging like two, and he got like
it.
20 more than his average.
I can't
So if
believe
he
it.
didn't even, of course he goes off, had the game of his life, but we still were able to pull it out. But you put back their starters, you probably get.
Nah, they smoke
Like,
us.
we didn't have Randall considered
We
too.
were at 3 starters too, so it was even. But their starters are definitely like more impactful. Giannis, one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah,
Middleton, but nah, it's a fair point. We had 3 guys out too, so it was like gonna be a close game. And
so a 4th or 5th seed would be ideal.
the unfortunate thing that happened in today's game is Mitchell Robinson. Man, he just comes back from a fractured hand. Then it's his second or third game back, and he goes down and he fractures his foot. You got to feel bad for him, man. I can't believe his luck this year. He so I don't know how long he's gonna be out, if it's the whole season or not. Maybe comes
Probably will
back
be.
playoff time, but it's just unbelievable. Like his luck this year. He he fractured his hand, his foot now. Like, come on. And the fall didn't even look bad, but I guess it obviously fractured his foot. So
I mean, when like the first game he came back, like he went down a little bit awkwardly, like with I think it was his
yeah,
ankle, like
this
he was
guy,
limping.
he
So
oh,
maybe that, I don't know.
you're right. No, he's like so athletic. He's that makes him injury prone because he's like
That's a good
jumping
point.
like crazy and stuff. But it's obvious how much of an impact he makes defensively for this team. Like, and he's a lob threat. He comes down, he catches alley oops, he gets a lot of rebounds. We're gonna miss him for sure. Now we have to go back to
Maybe
the system of Noel and Taj probably, unless they want
Taj,
to bring another center like
like
Drummond or someone.
Andre Drummond, but it seems he's probably going to go to the Lakers, which I guess makes sense.
I heard that
Compete with a
too. Woj said.
championship. I mean, it would be nice if the Knicks got him, but it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I think he probably already signed with the Lakers. It just didn't come out yet. But they Ian Begley said some other options too. They Gorgie Deng he was with Tibbs in Minnesota. He's an option. John Henson and what's his name? Pelly. I know his last he's a center. His last name's Pelly, but those
Mm-hmm.
are some center options we could look at maybe. But it sucks. Mitch is gone again.
I know.
Like Noel's done great though.
No,
Honestly,
Noel's been really good. I mean,
yeah.
he's like in top 5 in blocks and blocks per game.
Hmm.
He's been a huge. I mean, I don't mind him at all. He's been
I
great
don't
for
either.
us. It was a really good pickup to get him.
A 1 year deal too, worth nothing.
A lot of our guys on 1 year deals. Burks has just been
We had
insane.
a great off season,
Five,
low key.
5 straight 20-point games for Burks.
He's clutch too.
Oh, very
He pretty
clutch.
much hit the game winner today because we were tied late in that game somehow. I was so nervous. I thought we were gonna lose to that team, man.
If he, I was like, when that ball went down into the rim
I
after they
I
just tied it, that was just oh
I
so
took a
relieving
breath,
that we
bro. I took a
clutched
deep.
up because
I
that
th-
was like the reverse of what happened like the Sixers game. Like
for
they
sure.
got that they came down after we got up five and they got that big three, and that's when you could tell like the momentum was shifting. But Burks came down there and settled down. If he missed that, we would have lost.
No,
They
yeah,
would have came down
paid a
and
three or
got some
something.
layup or something, but that was huge. And then
Then
later on, we were able to get the foul, technical, right?
yeah, but Lopez took a technical. Then we had two free throws, and that put it away. But we Knicks needed this game. Looking on paper, you saw that Bucks lineup. You had to win this game even without Randall. We have enough to beat that Bucks team without all their starters. It was closer than I thought it would be, but a win's a win, and we needed that. We're tied for the fourth seed right now, so the
Yeah,
Knicks are in
no,
good position. They're 2 games over 500 for the first time since like early in the season, where they were like 5-3. So it's great seeing this progress like this late in the season, and we're this deep, and we're like the fourth seed pretty much. You
yeah,
love to see it.
they've shown us that they just haven't given up, and this is why I just love this next team, and I hope it continues because
Yeah.
they deserve it. I mean, they play hard every single night. They give everything they got,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it was just terrible. And it's unfortunate that the refs were just completely garbage in how they handled
For
those
real.
games because the Knicks didn't deserve that the way they played. That they fought back in games. Games have never been over. I mean, you're playing the Brooklyn Nets and you're down like over 20 points, and we fought our way back. I mean, that was the second time too. Earlier in the season, we fought our way back, but we didn't, come back in the end. This game, we were this close to coming back, and
Hey,
then a freaking stupid call, and they lost. And the Sixers games, they didn't have Embiid, and we should have won both of those.
yeah,
First
man.
game, we freaking have like a 15-game losing streak against them. So
I
I
can't
guess just
believe that.
things.
It's
I
crazy.
guess just things don't go your way when stuff like that happens, which sucks. When things going bad, they're going bad, and the other team, Sixers came back by like from 10 points in the fourth, and the other game they get that was just
We'll get him back though.
Tibbs
I
was
don't.
looking for a chat call for a challenge, and then the Sixers said, "Oh no, you weren't calling for a challenge." He was literally screaming for one.
That
And it
was the
just doesn't
worst.
make any sense. And they
That was the worst ref I've seen in my freaking life, bro.
Yeah, but then we bounced back. We swept the Wizards, which we
Yep.
haven't talked about yet. First game was a blowout. Um,
Oh yeah, we
where
won
was that?
131, 113.
Yep. We had 69 points by halftime. The offense took advantage of
That game was
Wizards.
over at half.
One of the worst defense, one of the worser defensive teams in
Yep.
NBA. Randall had his best night threes wise. He had 7 threes, most threes he's ever had.
Sheesh.
37 points.
Yeah, he went
Alec
crazy.
Burks again. Was great
The
that
run he's
game.
on right now,
I think he had
helping
like
us out big
21.
time.
Oh yeah. And then Thursday he had his highest output of the season, 27 points. Again, threes galore. And that was a comeback. We were down 17.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, he started to come back late in the third, and the fourth is when we just completely
When
ran through
we
them. We had
when we're
39 points to the
Mhm.
Wizards 24.
Yep. When we're hitting our threes, like we're hard to beat because we're a good defensive team, and when we just hit threes after threes, we build leads and stuff. That's how we come back too.
That's a good
Like,
point.
yeah, the Knicks are definitely they've improved their 3-point shooting this year, and that's like you want it like we can go speak about the deadline now. Like obviously we saw the Knicks didn't make a move or anything to acquire a shooter or anything, but they've been fine shooting threes, like even without like not adding anyone. But
Yeah, I was hoping to get, score, but I
that would have been
understand
nice.
the Knicks thought process. They didn't really believe it was smart to trade assets at this point in time.
Hmm.
I think they believe that there's enough to get in the playoffs. These teams from four to 12, it's just so close, really.
Yeah.
So they feel like they'll be able to get in. Now, how far we'll go, I guess that's not really the issue.
No.
They're really more focused on the off season, but right now we're focused. The culture is there already. They didn't want to mess with anything. They just want to continue to let them play. That culture has been great. The chemistry's been great, and they've been playing well together. So they don't want no need to break anything up. They feel, and then the off season, we're gonna have like 60 million cap space. Most in the NBA is when they feel like it's gonna be. If only we had this 2 years ago when KD and Kyrie were hitting the market, then instead of tanking, we had Zion, which we didn't get, and then hopefully we have no future. It's completely different. And it's just great.
Um, yeah, I would. I obviously at the deadline, I was a little upset we didn't make a move, but like, I think we'll be fine. I think we have enough to make it. Like, I I wanted a shooter, maybe JJ Redick or something, maybe Alonso Ball, but yeah, like you said, the Alonso Ball is someone the Knicks are going to look at in the offseason, try to throw some money at him. I think he's interested in coming here, so why give up assets if you could just sign the guy?
Oh yeah,
So
exactly. And
I
that
think the
was,
Knicks played it smart, and they'll I think they'll be fine. So
yeah, I agree. Alonzo Ball would have been nice to get, but like you said, it's a free agent. We can sign him in the offseason. Don't have to trade assets. We don't need to, especially when we can't really afford to trade that many assets right now. But off season, we'll be able to figure out more with all the cap space we have.
hmm
And so I think it was Thibodeau said it too. It was very um what was it, strong of them, or what's the word?
he was like happy how they like held back on
Held
making a
back.
trade or
Yes,
whatever.
exactly. But they held firm, stuck with the plan. It's a big so I'm sure they talk about their plans each other all the time, which is for the future. But it's building this culture right now so that people want to come. Um, so if we can get to the playoffs, if we win around, geez, oh my God, that would be incredible. I don't think Knicks brass is expecting to win around at this point,
No.
but if they do, maybe if this team continues to play the way they are as a team, we got some special, hopefully, stuff coming our way. It'll be well deserved.
Yeah, man, the Knicks they've been hard to watch over the past years, and now they finally look like they're going in the right direction. So I love to see this as a fan. So like hopefully they keep this up, keep building for the future, and build a championship roster, man. Like I make
Yep.
one step at a time, make the playoffs this year, then have a good off season or something, then keep building. I like what the Knicks are doing now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the Knicks, like we said, they're fifth, tied for fifth right now. Crazy Eastern Conference. Like everyone's close within like 2 games.
Yeah.
Um, it's gonna be crazy till the end. So we'll see where they finish. But they, the Knicks have won their last 3 games. They beat, like we said, they beat Washington twice. They beat Milwaukee Saturday night, and their next game is Monday night against the Miami Heat, a
That's gonna
team
be.
that's a huge game actually because the Heat are somehow they've fallen off. They lost like 6 in a row, and now we have like a 2 game lead on them. We can like push them even down more. Like we can build a 3 game lead on the Heat. That'd be
Yeah.
huge. They beat us twice already, so I think we're due to beat them once.
Yeah, we had that heartbreaker. So
Both of them are heartbreakers.
yeah.
We played them good, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Knicks are looking good right now. Hopefully they keep it up. But yeah, we can move on to the Nets now.
Hmm.
Nets, their last 3 games, the Nets are 2-1. They got they got wins against the Blazers and Pistons. And they also lost to the Jazz in a blowout fashion, but they had literally had none of the players. They had no KD, Kyrie, or Harden, so they had no chance in that game. But their wins, that Piston Pistons game was actually crazy. It was the Pistons played the Nets so good. I don't know how. Like they almost beat them again. It was like a tie game the last minute. But James Harden was just too much for the Pistons. He had 44 points. Former Piston Blake Griffin. The guy was hiding
17
this from the
points.
whole league or something. He put up 17 points and he dunked again on an alley oop. And he stared on the Pistons bench and he's like, I still got a game or whatever.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of beef between Griffin and his former
That was a
teammates throughout
weird
the game.
relationship, I guess. Yeah, he's definitely not happy with them, but he had a good game. 17 points. He's been good for them Nets, hitting threes. I guess he can still dunk doing that. But yeah, the Nets are playing like as you expect them to with that super team they got. They're second place right now, like half a game beyond Philly. Philly's holding that first spot by a freaking hair, man. Their
Yeah,
Nets
the,
are
the
right up their
Nets
tail.
the Nets haven't been able to really overcome them yet.
No.
They've been so close. The Phillies are Phillies. Philly is holding
Yeah,
on by the thin of their by the thick of their
skins.
hairs, something, yeah.
Yeah, I
And the
know what you're
Bucks
trying to
are
say.
two and a half behind.
Yeah,
Two win
Bucks
The Bucks are right there too. Only two and a half. They're one more loss than the Nets and two less wins. So they're right
top
there.
three is crazy for the East too.
Yeah, imagine if the Bucks overtake second and we get sixth. Wait, yeah, we it would be 3-6.
I if
Or yeah.
I don't know, man. I'd rather play Philly or the Nets because I feel like the Bucks is just a nightmare matchup for us. Giannis is just gonna murder us, and they're just gonna hit their threes, and we're probably gonna get swept. I feel like we can win games against the Nets, or Philly.
Do you think they would just be some? Do you think their guys could be?
Like
You think like the adrenaline maybe would push the Knicks? Playing a rival Brooklyn for the
that
city,
too.
that they could maybe who knows if they would falter. KD, Kyrie, or I don't even who even knows if they're going to play. I mean, they
That's what I'm
probably
gonna
would,
say. Yeah,
but
like you don't you don't know with the Nets if you were to match up with them. Is it going to be their whole team? Because Kyrie, the guy, randomly misses games like throughout the year, and like
KD's hasn't even played in
Katie's
months.
of he he was supposed to be back a while ago, and he's still out. So who the hell
They're
knows what's
probably
going on
just
with him?
taking it extremely cautious because they're going to make the playoffs.
They
So
don't even need him. They just gonna save him for the. They're gonna save him for the playoffs, I guess.
three-headed monster, and Blake Griffin, and their newly
Oh, yep.
signed LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, the Nets signed LaMarcus Aldridge on Saturday. I don't know. I was surprised. It was pretty much. It was looking like he was going to go to the Heat. I guess he wants to win a ring. He went to Brooklyn, so that the rich get richer. They add he. I mean, he's not the same player, but he's still like a good bench piece. And like,
Yeah,
why would you not want to add someone like that? He was on the Spurs for a while. He just he got bought out and he just signed with Brooklyn. So that's a good move for them. Their bench is absolutely insane. That team in general is crazy. I don't know who the heck's gonna beat them.
mm-hmm.
If they somehow choke and they don't win the finals, I'd be shocked. Like that team is ridiculous.
I hope not.
I hope not too, but it's looking like that.
Yeah.
The the Nets will definitely be top three and they'll make some noise in the playoffs for sure. Obviously, want to win a championship with all these moves and stuff, but yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Yeah, so we talked about the deadline a little bit, but we can talk about it a little more. So, like we said, the Knicks did make one move that we didn't mention. It was a small move. They made a move in a three-team trade with the Thunder and Sixers. So the Knicks acquired Terrence Ferguson from the Thunder, and they traded Austin Rivers to OKC, and they also sent Iggy
Iggy.
Brastinkus to Philly. Um, he was a former Knicks second round pick. Like he never really got a chance to show what he's got. Besides that summer league action and the G League, he looked great in the summer league a couple of years ago. I thought he was gonna be something with us, but he didn't get a chance. So he's going to Philly now, and we got a second round pick from Philly. I'm happy with that. Adding more picks.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that the freaking Thunder have like 17? What the?
These 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 guys are scouting eighth graders right now. They got picks in 2027. I don't know. They either are gonna build like the best team in NBA history or they're gonna fail big time.
Imagine if they screw this up.
I feel like they could. They're the Thunder, but their Press was a
They
good
could they
GM.
couldn't win with Harden, KD, and
Exactly.
Westbrook.
Who knows? But yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, that was the minor move the Knicks made at the deadline. They obviously stood pat. They have the most cap this offseason. So yeah, they like we said, they're probably gonna be more active in the offseason, making moves instead of the deadline. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it with the Knicks and basketball. So to actually nah, we got football after this too, but we'll go into baseball. Talk about the Mets and Yankees for a bit. Then after that, we got some Jets news. But we'll start off with the Mets, and we'll give you guys some spring training recaps and how we think the roster is gonna round out going into opening day this upcoming Thursday. Opening day is here, baby.
Let's go.
Go
Baseball is
Mets!
here.
I'm so excited. It's
Oh, I
hitting me
know.
now. It's the week of opening day. I feel it in my body. I'm excited.
It's
But
exciting. It really is. Let's hope they make us proud.
yep. So the Mets they they suffered a injury to the rotation. We never made a video on this, but Carlos Carrasco projected to be their number 2 starter. He suffered a minor hamstring tear, and he's not expected back till around Memorial Day. So that's 2 months away from pitching for him. So they obviously have him hurt. They have Syndergaard hurt to around the same time, maybe June. But then they have Lugo hurt. He's coming back April or May, I think. Probably,
Probably in May
yeah.
or
So they got
June.
a few injuries. They're significant players, but hopefully that's that's why they made the depth moves in the off season to so they can prevent this type of stuff. Like obviously you can't all teams get injuries, so they prepared for this type of scenario. They went out, they got Lucchesi, um, Yamamoto, who've both been pretty good in spring training.
Yamamoto
Lucchesi,
got sent down
yeah,
to minor league camp, but
Lucchesi,
though he probably could still make the team.
he could. He was good in spring training, but Lucchesi won the 5th rotation spot. So our rotation now looks like DeGrom, Stroman, Taiwan Walker, Peterson, and Lucchesi. I'm comfortable with that rotation until everyone gets back. It's a solid rotation.
Yeah,
Lucchesi pitched to a 2.77 ERA in spring. That's freaking solid.
yeah. He pitched his last game today. We actually started with the opener, Jacob Barnes,
That worked.
and then yeah, he had 2 strikeouts, quick inning, and then Lucchesi came in and 4 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. So he was looked really good um as a starter, and he's going to be that fifth starter. So now I don't know what the
Well
Mets are going to
deserved.
do. I know we said Walker at third. Now are they gonna maybe they put Peterson at third and put Walker fourth to split up the lefties, or
Hmm.
do they just go 3 righties and then 2 lefties? Interesting. Uh, interesting to see where they're gonna go with that, and also if they're gonna be how many times they're gonna do an opener. Or are they gonna, have like a spot starter here or there? Because we have Yamamoto, we have Oswalt,
Hmm.
which they've been talking a lot about giving Oswalt more chances. That's stuff I don't like to hear. I thought we were done with him,
Yeah.
so we DFA'd him, but I guess this guy's gonna get another freaking life chance to once again probably suck, but whatever. No, I guess we got to give him a new chance, another chance, right?
He
Poor
wasn't like
Corey.
awful in spring. He showed signs that he
Pitched. I
was
mean, he pitched on Wednesday against St. Louis. I mean, it wasn't
he was
like
decent.
that bad.
I wouldn't give him a shot over like Lucchesi and Yamamoto, obviously, but he's like the guy behind them, which I'm
Yeah,
fine
he
with, I
pitched
guess.
4 innings, only gave up 1 run, 3 strikeouts. So I mean, not bad as a depth guy, but one of those probably will come up maybe as a long reliever.
Yeah,
Since we're gonna be missing Lugo and Drew Smith is probably gonna be out for a little bit.
that too. I thought he
Not
was
too
coming
much.
back like this weekend. He's not.
Yeah,
He's obviously
he
not going to make the open day roster now, but
exactly, but he'll be back probably soon. He was nursing some shoulder injury or
yeah,
some
shoulder
related.
soreness.
Yeah,
You got to be careful of that stuff. He's gotten Tommy John, so
he just got it. I mean, 2019 he
yeah, he
had
just
it.
came off it. It's his first year back.
That would be devastating because
Yeah,
I
I
feel like he's got some. I thought we got him up in the Lucas Duda trade in 2017, and
the
I
guy
liked him
showed the
since then.
potential.
So yeah, could be a really
Like
good reliever for us.
I hope he can pitch in the bullpen like soon. Like now the Mets have and some more interesting decisions to make. They want to Luis Rojas mentioned that he wants to have two lefties come to the Mets with when they go to DC for opening day. So that I'm assuming um they want to bring, obviously they got Aaron Loop as the main lefty, but I'd assume the second lefty, this guy is definitely pitched solid in spring training. I think Blevins won the job as the second lefty.
Yeah, I was Stephen Tarpley, which we picked up our waivers from the Marlins,
Hmm.
had been doing really good, and then on Friday, him and Gesellman should not make the team. That's just what I
Nice.
want. I remember seeing people say like trying to defend Gesellman. No, he's been bad for 4 years now. Ever since 2017, it's 2016 he came up. Ever since then, 2017, he's been bad. I don't want to hear, he was misused last year. He's coming in different innings, not ready, this, whatever. He's just
He's
bad,
just not
okay?
good. Yeah.
His pitches are flat. They don't have any bite. He gives up a lot of hits. He's just not good enough. But, and then Stephen Tarpley, who had been doing good, he gave up four
He
hits and
sold
three
his
runs
freaking.
in a third of an inning, and now his ERA is basically 7. So I think that probably killed him. He's probably going to go to the minor leagues. And Jerry Blevins had 2 base runners, but he had them both stranded. Got through the inning. No runs allowed today. Saturday's win against the Astros 8-3. So I think he's won that job, and good for him. He was with the Mets from 2015. We got him in 2015, I believe, and he didn't
Hmm.
pitch because he was not 2015. What was it?
Probably 16 or
I thought we got because we acquired him. I remember we got him for Matt Dendecker,
yeah,
but
that's true.
he got hurt
Was that
because of
15? I can't freaking remember either.
remember he like slipped on the curb.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was definitely a Mets type injury to get. Let me see.
One of those 2 years had to be, but yeah, I heard Blevins. He said if he didn't make the Mets roster, he's probably gonna hang it up his career, which was interesting. So I would hope that's why I hoped he would be the guy that makes it because I love Blevins, man.
Yep, it was. See, 2015 March. I remember that
You
from
know,
Matt Dendecker. I was right.
there you go. Yeah, he's back again for a second stint. We'll see how he does. Um, not another reliever that we mentioned. Barnes. What's his first name? Matt. I think.
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah, Jacob Barnes. He. I think he earned a roster spot as well, for sure. He's been good in spring. He pitched well in the opener role, so maybe we'll try that for Lucchesi starts.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. It worked well. It's spring training, but I feel like it wouldn't be bad to mix it up once in a while. But even if he's in the bullpen, he was good. So I'm happy with
Yeah.
him making it. So I'm pretty
Agree.
sure that's what the roster's gonna look like. Um,
Yeah,
I
but see, here's the rest of the. Well, I mentioned a bunch of the other bullpen. So Diaz is gonna obviously be the closer.
yeah,
We got Diaz, Trevor May, our big, most significant reliever acquisition
eighth
in the
inning, man.
offseason. He pitched today too. I think he gave up a run one inning, but
Was
generally,
he the guy that gave up the homer? I think he gave up a homer, or was that someone else?
um, well, I
To,
know
to Jordan
Lucchese gave up.
Alvarez. Someone
Oh,
gave
to
up a homer.
yeah, it was May. Yeah, Lucchese
Hmm.
gave one up to Bregman and then May to Jordan Alvarez. 386, not bad for May. Miguel Castro has
He's
quietly had a really good
fantastic.
spring. I think he's pitched like 5 innings and really done really well. Those three are givens. Loop is the fourth given. And then Familia and Batanzas are probably going to make the team, even though I really don't trust them. This is why it's going to be scary now.
I don't know about this
Bowman,
pen, man. Looking
okay,
at this.
I guess give him a chance to go, to start.
Yeah,
But if Batan, I just think he just doesn't have it anymore, and
no,
I would just release him. But we'll see. Maybe he's got something left, as I guess in the back end. But again, there's a limited amount of spots. You can't really be having relievers that just, or just they drag the whole team down. So
no.
that
I
would be
don't.
a problem. And I think the Mets were either going towards, was it 12 or 13 pitchers? So we got 5 starters. Then it would either be, no, probably it was 14 or 8 relievers or 7 or 8 relievers. So what I mentioned was like 6. And then you have Barnes will probably make it. And then
Hmm.
Blevins is probably going to win the last spot. And then
Yeah,
Drew Smith will come up and
whenever
anybody
he's
else
ready.
if we, yeah.
I think. I
Or
think
Yamamoto could also get in there
that's true.
as a long reliever to help, easing the starters back in because of COVID and stuff.
I think Smith should replace Betances if he struggles, but Betances, there's no shot this guy's seeing big outs. He's gonna come in if it's a blowout or something.
Exactly.
There's
A
no
low
way
leverage
they trust
situation.
him to
He
pitch.
he couldn't even hold the 5-run lead against Atlanta. I'm
I know.
still pissed at that game. I punched my wall over that loss.
No, oh my God.
That was just
We go crazy over fucking games, man. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Freaking yeah. I like when we signed him, he was not the same guy that he was
He
with
was
the Yankees. His velocity was shot as soon as he came here. I don't know. He just can't hit the zone anymore. He walks everyone.
yeah.
He just declined on us. I mean, he was getting old anyway. He came off an injury. He's just done. Unless he surprises us and he just pitches good. I mean,
Yeah.
his last 2 spring outings, he didn't give up a run, so maybe he's trending in the right direction. But he's a 9 ERA,
True.
so that's definitely not promising.
And Familia's ERA is like 1.5 or something, but
For
his
me,
whip is like I think his whip is higher than his ERA, which is basically what the same thing happened last year. I mean, he had an ERA under 4, but a lot of base runners because he walks a lot of
I
guys,
know
and he's got to limit that. He's got the stuff. I have more faith in him, to be honest, than
for sure.
Betances. He just doesn't have the same stuff as he used to.
Familia gets in these jams, but gets out of them. I don't know. He just stresses us out, and he just gets out of these jams and stuff. But
Even
that's
in
always
his
been his
good
issue:
years.
control. Like if he had his control, man, this guy would be one of the best relievers in baseball. His stuff is disgusting, but
Well, that's what he in 2015, 16,
yeah,
17 before he got hurt, 18 and half of the year. His stuff, I mean, his control was still an issue because he did, but it was better, and his stuff was nastier, and that's why he was more successful. But now, not really the same. So we're gonna have to fix that.
I mean the bullpen. I would have added one more arm in the off season, but other than like if it struggles, we could have added someone else, but we didn't. So that would be on us. But we can. I think we're due to have a good. Can we have a good year with the bullpen? Like every year, it's the bullpen that kills us.
Yeah,
Like
we're
we
definitely due.
upgraded. So like come on, man. Just
Mhm.
give the our starters are built to go deep in games, so like usually we're gonna just need two or three relievers per night. Like say they go like six, our starters go 6 innings a night. You just need two relievers.
Yeah.
So
And then
that'd
when
be
Lugo comes
ideal.
back, he could probably you could go. Let's say the starter goes 6 innings. He could do two. I mean, now he doesn't really have to because you have Trevor Mays also set
Exactly.
up. But let's say you want to do Lugo 2 in it now. They probably wouldn't do that. It was really more last year because we couldn't trust
Yeah, the
anybody.
bullpen
Well,
was
Diaz was actually
complete
better, but
ass.
2 years ago, really too. Lugo was pitching 2 innings a lot of games because Diaz was just not trustworthy at all.
It's gonna be exciting to see how it works now. If like Lugo if Lugo only goes 1 inning, like that's better for him. Like it keeps his arm safe, and like that just shows that our bullpen got deeper. Like
Mm,
you probably go to Lugo for the 7th or something, May for the 8th, maybe vice versa, change that around. Then Diaz is obviously the closer. Like that's a good three-headed monster to close the game down, in my opinion.
yeah,
So if our starters do their job, I feel like we should be fine with these with this bullpen. Obviously, you can't go to those guys every night. You're gonna need like maybe Familia one night for the 7th or something. But
hmm
we do. I like this bullpen on paper. Hopefully, it performs. But another topic related to the Mets is extension talks on Francisco Lindor. We have
Oh,
around 4 days now to complete that. So it's become stressful with that. So I don't know. I think from what I've heard, the Mets are gonna get it done. Like every reporter says, they're probably gonna get it done before opening day. Even freaking Steve Cohen tweeted a joke saying, "How much should I offer Lindor?" So
he's
I love him on Twitter, bro. He's hilarious.
yeah. I think they're gonna get it done. It's
I
just a
see it
matter
too.
of when and how much. Really, the ball's in Lindor's court. How much is
Mm-hmm.
he? I mean, I hope he's not. He's obviously, he deserves it. But I mean, 350 is a lot. I mean,
It is.
I'm hoping for like, I guess my ideal would have been like 260, 270, but clearly he's gonna get over 300, so it's gonna be like 10, 320, which I'll do. If we're gonna have to overpay a little bit, so be it.
Whatever.
I mean, he's just been incredible. I mean,
He's
it's spring training,
insane.
but he's batting 388 now. His OPS over 1,000. 3 for 3 today, 3 RBIs.
Whew.
Um, a game a few days ago, he had a home run against the Marlins. I mean,
He's
three
hit
hits that
grand
game,
slams.
grand slam. He's just been incredible. And then you go up and down the offense. Pete Alonso, he's
It's
locked in,
beautiful to see.
as we heard, his fellow teammates say and reporters. He's completely locked in, and that's
That's
the way
good.
it should be. Struggled last year. He did not like it. We saw, every time he was get very missed opportunities to bring runners home,
Mm-hmm.
and so he was very angry at that. And now come back.
Oh yeah, he's you're I think your mic was glitching out, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but Pete does look locked in. I heard you, but before your mic got cut out, but it's all good. He's
Here
got
now.
four. Yeah, I hear you now. That was weird. But Pete's got 4 homers in spring. Today, him and Dom went back to back. They like Pete hit a 2-run shot at center, freaking wallop that ball, and Smith hit 2 homers today as well. And yeah, the offense, like they've been solid in spring as you expect from this offense. They have so much talent on paper, so you'd hope they can do that in the regular season. But yeah, the Mets got 2 more spring training games. Saturday was the last game that's gonna be televised, but yes, what's it called? Sunday and Monday are the last two spring training games. Then they aren't televised, like I said, but yeah. Then after that, opening days Thursday night. So we're getting to that time.
Let's go, baby.
And yeah, so that's pretty much it with the Mets. We're right at the time for opening day. So yeah, we can finish up baseball. Speaking about the Yankees, no sour Lewis, but
Hmm.
we yeah. So the Yankees they've actually been hit with the injury bug again in spring training. Feels like they get that every year. They they Justin Wilson, it looked like he was hurt, but he had an MRI and it seems like he's fine. So that's um that's good that Wilson is gonna be fine. The Yankees brought him in to be one of the second no third lefty on the team. Actually, Britton is out, so he'll be the second lefty in the meantime for them. But yeah, they also lost their first baseman, Luke Voigt. He's going to the IL with a partially torn meniscus, and he can't participate in baseball activities for 3 weeks. So that's a big blow for them. Um, they that means though that Jay Bruce made the team, and he'll probably be the first baseman until Voigt can return for them. So
Watch
Bruce
him
is.
go off now.
I mean, doesn't it seem like that park's a good fit for him? That
Oh
lefty
yeah.
swing, right field, short. I feel like he'll be solid with them. Not gonna lie, but
He's, as usual. I mean, a lot of players they just go to the Yankees and they do
rake.
good. So, and especially at that stadium, he'll just hit a pop up. It goes off.
That's true, but the Yankees have like a decent amount of depth too. Like
Oh
they can
yeah.
even pull Mike Ford at first or something.
Yeah, Mike Ford 4 for 4 today with a home run for the
Oh my
Yankees in
gosh.
their a Saturday in their win against the Blue Jays. Let me see what he's batting in spring.
They have
Didn't
options.
bring- Oh, they got many options.
Was he batting?
Um, where is it? Marlins beat the Cardinals. The wrong game. 259.
Ooh.
He was probably doing worse until he got 4 hits.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Most of the stars didn't really even start today. They only had 3 starters: Urshela,
Really?
Torres, and Frazier. But Torres hit 2 home runs. He's getting him back into the form after struggling
He'll
last
have
year.
a
He's
good year.
poised to, go back to his 2018 and 19 self.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Yankees, obviously they're one of the top teams in the AL. That the rotation pretty good, but there's a lot of question marks in there. But I feel like they'll be fine. Like what's Kluber's been solid in spring, so
Oh yeah, Kluber. I mean, really, all their rotation pieces have been incredible,
yeah.
and I think the rotation's probably going to be one of the best. As much as I don't want to say it, but they're going to be one of the best rotations in baseball. I mean, I guess I'm just basing it off spring training. I mean, there is the risk, but based on spring training, all of them seem healthy. Cole's been really good. Then you go
Yeah, that's
Kluber,
cool.
Tyone, Montgomery, Domingo Herman, even David Garcia. He had to be sent down because everybody else is doing so good. Michael King is like a long relief type guy. He's also done good, I believe. And even these guys that are not even going to be making the majors really in the bullpen shut down the Blue Jays today, though they weren't really their starters either. Jolice Chacin, Luis Garcia, Lucas Lucci, Ludic, whatever you say his name,
Hmm.
Kyle Barraclough, Albert Abreu, Ty Lyons. So they got a lot of depth in case, obviously, Britton got hurt.
Yeah,
Wilson is going to be okay most likely, but they have that depth in the bullpen and the rotation as well.
man,
So they're going to be a pretty dangerous team, especially
powerhouse
at least the Blue Jays are going to lose Kirby Yates and Robbie Ray to
and
injury.
And Springer, I think.
and Springer and Pearson, I believe.
I can't believe that. Like
So those are huge blows for the Blue Jays, and I already knew it was
Yankees.
going to be uphill battle for them to try to win the
Mm-hmm.
division. They didn't do enough to get more pitching, in my opinion.
No.
They brought back Ray. They got Steven Matz from us. But really nothing crazy. They needed to do more. They didn't. And now the injuries are hitting. They lose their number one prospect starter and another starter and their closer that they just signed
And their
and their
franchise center fielder.
that they just signed. So they're probably no, they're not going to win the division. My they got a lot of young talent. Their offense is going to be their team for the future for sure. This year, I see them getting maybe like 82 to 85 wins.
Mm-hmm. I
Yankees
can see that.
probably going to get 98 to like 104. Unfortunately, unless they get injured. But even with injuries, they've won 95 plus
Yeah,
games.
they
Rays probably going to get 92. I think the Rays just find ways to win. So,
we got a prediction video actually
oh my
coming.
God, yeah.
I
I bet you my predictions are
you're
gonna.
giving
I'm
a
gonna be.
preview of
Well,
the video.
well, I don't even know if those are gonna be the same predict. I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
freaking throwing out numbers, but I think that's pretty good area where I'm gonna put. We're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's reasonable
We're gonna have to have our own.
discussion.
Yes.
But yeah, the Yankees like the the thing that they've been missing pitching that's been preventing them from going deep in the playoffs. Now their rotation looks insane in spring training, so if they get that in the regular season and playoffs, they're just going to be hard to beat with that offense they have. And
Mm-hmm.
if they could stay healthy, that'd be good too, because they already have the freaking injury bug again. So I think they'll be fine though. Though they always start off slow for some reason, then they get hot. The
Yeah.
Yankees probably going to be the same thing because they already have a few injuries, but they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if you got anything else to say about baseball, but it's coming up soon.
Yeah. The
And
Yankees open up at home on Thursday, 105
yep,
against those same Blue Jays that we just talked about. So gonna be big day. Obviously, Thursday's the big day. Yankees in the afternoon, Mets at night. Prime
both on
time
ESPN.
on ESPN.
Let's go
Sucks no Gary,
Mets.
Keith, and Ron.
No,
Last time,
yeah.
let's see if you remember. What's the last time we were on prime time for opening night?
Testing me now. Oh my gosh. Um,
Wasn't that long ago.
just tell me. Oh, should I even
Royals.
for open? You said open at night.
Yeah, our first game.
Oh my
The
gosh,
Royals.
I'm bugging.
2016.
Yeah.
Was that the game?
Oh my god. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, bro. Excuse my language. I can't believe I forgot that. They set that up too, because obviously we lost to them in the World Series.
Yeah, and we had to watch their ring. Mets had to like witness their freaking.
So they
And
gave that
their ring.
opening day matchup.
The schedule was already made, but of course it worked out that way.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, that was the last time we were on prime time on opening night. So we'll be
We'll
back
be
against
back
Nats,
now.
DeGrom, Scherzer, most likely.
Yeah,
Well, it
that's the
is, but
matchup. It's gonna be a pitcher's duel probably like usual. Last year we
we
beat
got
them
to Scherzer. I
for
mean, with
nothing.
spring training, but we got to Scherzer. One of the games he started against us. What game was that? Let me
He
see.
might be slowing down now. He's getting older. He's getting injuries. I
But
don't
I
know.
will say that was probably the best free agent signing in the last 8 years. Max Scherzer,
What for the Nats?
247
Yeah.
years. I think he's lived up to that contract more than any other player.
No,
He's just been
he's a fantastic
incredible,
pitcher.
incredible contract. The Nationals he was worth every single penny of that $240 million.
For sure. No, he's dominated us, and I hate playing against him. But yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we the last thing we have to speak about is some Jets news. It's actually the Jets didn't do anything, but it's news related to them with the draft and a combine of Zach Wilson. So This is actually divisional news. The Niners traded with the Dolphins. Niners moved up to 3. They gave the Dolphins a haul for that. They gave um
Their
so
first
they
round
gave
pick.
yeah, they gave their first round pick, which was 12 in this year's draft. They gave um a first in 2022 and I think a second in 2022. And also
First.
the when's the next first? 20
2023.
Yeah, yeah. So they got a haul in that trade. Like that's crazy how much they got because
You
the Jets traded up for Darnold and they didn't have to give up that much.
but yeah, but this is 12-3. We moved up from
Yeah,
6-3. So
that's
that's a
true.
big difference. But also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's a huge haul. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
No, they
Uh,
also you're probably gonna mention they traded with the Eagles too, maybe.
yeah, they traded. Then the Dolphins traded that 12th pick to the Eagles
I think they're
and
back to
along
6.
and the fourth round pick, 123rd overall, and a first round in 2022. I was gonna say, I wonder what was it either. I don't know if it was the Dolphins 2022 pick or the pick they got from the Niners. I'm not sure, but they got the number 6 pick and number 156 in this year's draft.
Yeah,
So
so
two swaps
Dolph.
for the. Oh, now I remember. I was gonna say, do you think? Because I guess, I mean, I saw that the Niners, I guess, insisting that they're not trading Garoppolo or whatever. You
Mhm.
still think they're going to get obviously they're going to have to they're getting a quarterback, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, there's no shot they traded up that much to not get a quarterback. I think
and you
like
think they try to offer that deal to the Jets pick and the Jets denied it. That's why they went to number 3.
that's what I'm thinking because like why if you have a chance to like definitely get your guy at 2, like they're like them thinking like they obviously had to call us and ask, and the Jets probably told them we're sticking here and we're taking Zach Wilson or something.
Yeah.
Then that's what I'm getting out of this. That's what I think happened because they probably came up to us with that same offer. There's just no way they didn't. But
And
then
now
they went to the
Wilson looked
Dolphins.
really good in the combine.
Oh, he had
um,
a
doing a whole different types of
put on a
routes,
show.
some long throws. Joe Douglas was there. Robert Saleh, Mike LaFleur, the Jets OC was there. They liked what they saw. Wilson liked what he saw from the Jets. Said he has family in the New York area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, likes what he sees from the club. Where was the quote? I thought I saved it here.
He had yeah. He
I
said
guess I
stuff in an
didn't.
interview, and there was like pictures surfacing like him talking with Douglas or whatever, and people were
Oh,
making memes.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Douglas was there. He probably came up to him and said a few words or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. So that's likely where we're going to be going.
I'm
Draft.
I'm almost 99% sure he's gonna be a Jet on draft day.
Okay,
Like
so what do you think happens to Darnold? Is he going to get traded before the draft?
that's a good
After the
question.
draft, what's going to happen with that? What team's going to step him again? I mean, Redskins got Fitzpatrick. Oh, oops, the football team. It's got Fitzpatrick. The Panthers still need a quarterback.
Yeah, there's
Broncos,
team.
I guess, are going to stick with Locke unless they
I don't think so. Honestly, I feel like the Broncos are gonna be the team that get him.
maybe
I think
maybe the
like
Broncos can get him. Locke is what 25. Darnold's 23. Why not?
yeah.
They got so many weapons on that team. Why not take a shot with Sam Darnold?
Mm-hmm.
They're stacked offensively.
Elway has shown interest in him too. That draft, he wanted him. So like, I feel like
Yeah.
someone's gonna go out and get him. We're obviously not gonna get a good offer because it's taking this long. Like, we're probably gonna get a crappy trade, like maybe a third round pick or something. But at
Well,
this
that's
point,
something.
they just want to get him off the roster so they can draft Zach Wilson. I think
Yeah, I
because
agree.
if they can't get a trade, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, release him? Why would you do that though? I don't know.
Or just keep him along.
Keep him, keep building around them. I don't want. I'm not. I don't know if I want to do that because like, what if he fails and you just pass on Zach Wilson? I mentioned that before, but like, I feel like that would happen or
I know
something.
it's just like you look at both sides. Like, oh, the Jets gave up on Sam Darnold, only 23, goes on, and then you get Zach Wilson, and he's not as advertised, and you screwed up there, and then Darnold's good. And then
Yeah.
the flip side, oh, well, then Darnold, you know, there's many reasons and arguments that people have shown that he's not it. He doesn't have enough. I mean, Joe Flacco outplayed him with the same, garbage team that we had,
Hmm.
same nobody there, and he still did better than him. So that's the argument there, and I kind of agree with that. I was really hoping it would work out with Darnold, but unfortunately, it didn't because McCagnon and
Screwed
Douglas,
up.
for that matter, for this year, didn't do enough around him. But I think at the end of the day, Douglas has been waiting for this day. He's been
Yeah.
waiting. He came in here in the middle. This is why I don't know why they just allowed Mac McCagnon to handle free agency and then fired him like after the draft.
Exactly.
It just didn't make any sense. Douglas has wanted his own guy from the beginning, so he can talk the talk and walk the walk. At the end of the day, him and then we got a new coach. He chose his coach. You're telling me a GM who didn't draft Darnold and a coach who just came here as well, they're gonna want to stick with the. It's not no, it's not his quarterback. He
No.
wants his own team. Traded Adams, traded Williams. Those are two key first round picks under the McCagnon front office. So they're going a new direction, and I think that's gonna start with Zach. Well, it's gonna continue with Zach Wilson. Improved offense,
Yep.
very much improved defense, and potential to still add more.
It should be an exciting team, in my opinion. Like,
Mm-hmm. The
if
future's bright.
Wilson has like a Herbert type of year, we could be like competitive. But who knows?
Imagine, oh my, I just want to see a quarterback that's just exciting
Yeah, like
and just
just
like it's
go
just crazy. Herbert just came in there and just like I want to
dominated.
see that.
Me too.
That would get us. Oh my God, it would get me like so excited.
Like a rookie of the year or something, offensive rookie of the year. Like I Wilson has the potential to do that. He's like this definitely the second best quarterback in this draft. Like watch him be better than T Law. That'd be crazy.
Oh, that would. I think we deserve that.
He has great potential. He has a good arm. He's mobile. He just has everything you want in a good quarterback.
Yeah, he showed
He's
that.
I think I knock on wood, man. This has can we just get one? Can we just get a quarterback right, man? Like we've been trying ever since Namath or Sanchez, I
Well,
guess.
this is the time. That's all.
Like it
Let's hope
feels
we
like we're
got
going
him.
in the right direction. So it would only make sense if we got the quarterback move right.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what you just feel. Like I trust Douglas. He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing with this team. He has his plan,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just getting started. It's gonna be a 2 to 3 year process till we like start getting competitive. But who really knows? What if we over exceed or something this year and we somehow are good? Who
Yeah.
knows? I'm just being hopeful, but you
That's all we could
realistically it'll
do.
be a 2 to 3 year process.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for football. I don't know if you got anything else to say, but
I think we covered a lot tonight.
yeah, a long episode.
And
We
only two of us,
a
but we
lot of
did it.
news. Yeah, we had to take care of it tonight because everyone else was unavailable. But I enjoyed running a 2 man
Yeah,
show.
it was
Definitely
fun.
successful episode. Yeah, but yeah, if like
Be on the lookout
always,
for our next. Wait, what was you gonna say?
I'm just doing the outro real quick, but you can say what you want.
No, I was gonna say be on the lookout. Our next video is most likely gonna be our predictions video. So
I'm excited
make
to do
sure you
that.
turn on our post notifications and get ready for
Yes,
that.
sir.
It's gonna be fun. It's
You
gonna
don't want
be
to
a
miss
lot
that.
of debates back and forths. And predictions are always tough. And I guess we'll look back at the end of the year, see who came closest. But I mean, they're just so tough. And maybe we'll have some sleepers or have some
Mm-hmm.
surprises. So you got to stay
Yeah, you
tuned.
see.
Got to subscribe, and you got to turn on our post notifications to be able to know when it comes out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, everything like that. You know the vibes. Peace out, everybody. We'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.